Welcome to another episode of United for a Healthy Stoughton. My name is Stephanie Patton, and I'm the Prevention Coordinator for the town of Stoughton. And today we're going to talk about Open Playground at the South School, which is one of our amazing recreation department programs. And so I have here in the studio with me today Felicia, who is the Program Director for Open Playground, and two of our campers, Lexi and PJ, are here in the studio with us today so they can tell you about their experiences as well. So welcome you guys to the show.
I've already been on it.
The kids are going to be shy. Okay, so why don't we let PJ and Alex tell us each how long you guys have been doing Open Playground?
I've been doing it for 3 years. I've been doing this year is going to be my 4th.
Awesome.
I've been doing it for 4 years, and this year is going to be my 5th.
Yep. And you started with pre?
Yeah.
Yep. All right, excellent. And Felicia, how long have you been doing camp at Open Playground?
Yeah, crazy, right? So I was a camper for a few years, and then this is actually going to be my 10th summer as an employee.
Wow, awesome, excellent.
Wow.
So we're going to have Felicia tell us a little bit about sort of the philosophy for Open Playground and how it is a little bit different than maybe other camps and why it's so great. And we'll talk a little bit about sort of what happens on a typical day, and you guys will help us tell that story a little bit. So.
Okay.
All right, Felicia.
Yeah, so a typical day, we're located at the South Elementary School in Stoughton. So we have, on our facility, we have 2 full basketball courts, 2 full playgrounds.
A field.
A field, yep, a full baseball, softball field, a volleyball court. What else am I missing?
Playground.
Playground. It's
You already
okay.
said that. Hockey.
And then hockey, yep. And then we have blacktop, yep. We have 2 classrooms inside that are designated for the younger camp, the pre-playground, which is ages 4 and 5. And then we have also a craft area indoors as well.
Great.
And outdoors. There's
And
picnic
outdoors,
tables.
yes. Both.
Both, right. So
Yeah.
lots of great space over at the South School for facilities. So let's talk about like what happens on a typical day, what time, do kids arrive, what happens, and why don't we start with that? Yeah.
I don't usually know when they arrive.
Well, I wasn't asking you. But that's okay. I was asking Felicia, and then you guys can pitch in. Yeah.
You can fill in where we need, okay?
Okay.
So our camp day runs from 8:30 to 2:30, and then we have the option to do extended camp, which is until 4 p.m. Once you drop off your kids, we do a morning group activity and check-in where the kids are. We'll find out where their groups are going to be for the day, talk about our schedule and what events and games and crafts we have going on. They'll also know where their attendance groups are going to be. So once they come in the morning, they're kind of prepared for the layout of the day and the whole session for the week on Mondays.
Great. So do you guys want to talk about when you guys get to camp? What's like one of the first things you like to do when you get there?
I usually like to find my friends or wait for them or something so that we can go play on the playground or something in the morning.
Yep.
I
PJ, what
usually
about you?
just go over to the hockey sticks and take out a hockey stick and a ball and start shooting.
Yep.
It's true.
Awesome. Great. So, and then there's no structured lunch, right? So this is something that kids have to learn and figure out not to eat. We were talking about this earlier. One of the things they get to learn at camp is not to eat all your food first thing in the morning, right?
At breakfast,
Because
right?
then you're hungry.
Because then you're
I've
hungry.
done it before and it's not fun.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so we do have structured schedule throughout the day, meaning we have certain times we have crafts, certain activities, different tournaments depending on if it's a basketball day or hockey focused day, soccer focused, whatever. And then team building stuff in the afternoon. But in terms of eating and what they prepare for the day, they can eat or snack whenever they'd like. Yeah.
Right. Yep. Which actually is probably a good skill for them to be learning is, you need to pace yourself and not eat all day. Right?
Yeah, it's one of the biggest things that kids come and they say they like about it, which is so funny. But they're like, I get to eat whenever I feel like it. I don't have to starve until noon or whatever it is. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Awesome. Yep, go ahead.
And another thing that I like about it is that some camps they kind of make you do things, but at this camp you can kind of do what you want to do.
Lots of options.
Yeah, like some other camps, they're like, we're going to do a craft here, for the whole camp. And then we're going to do a sport here for the whole camp. This camp is more like you can do whatever you want, whenever you want.
Yeah.
So you have more choices.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah, more choices.
at Open Playground, we kind of do like more, everything's optional. So yes, we might have some sort of game going on at noon, but at the same time that game's going on, we have a craft going on, so you can choose one or the other. We're never gonna make people line up and walk to the gym to do this and then go over to the crafts, go up to the field, whatever. So if you wanna go play flag football or you wanted to go watch the clown or whatever entertainment came to camp, that's completely fine, you have that option.
Okay, great. And it sounds like you guys really appreciate that. That's one of the things that you like. You kind of have
That's the
some
thing.
choices.
Yeah.
Yep. So let's talk about, so every week, I know we have a calendar, there's a different sort of a theme, and there's all sorts of, I mean, your calendar is full of really cool, exciting things. So let's talk about some of the cool things that happen during the week, and maybe the kids can also share with us some of their favorite things that have happened over the years and that keep happening. Hold on,
Yeah, perfect.
Let's
So-
let Felicia talk a little bit.
Typically, every single week we have at least one field trip that's off-site, so parents can choose whether or not your kid wants to go on this field trip. And again, tons of options, place full of options.
Yep.
And you would just sign up a day or two prior. We send a field trip permission slip home, and if you give your son or daughter permission to go, they would get on the bus in the morning, spend the entire day on the field trip. Like, for example, the first one I see on here is
It's like Laser Quest.
Yep,
maybe?
Laser Quest. So they'd have a field, yeah, you guys love that one. A field trip to go play laser tag all day and then return back at camp before the afternoon. And we have like special things scheduled for when they get back.
Yep.
But as many kids go on the field trip, there's still some that stay back. So if they don't want to go, they still have the option to stay on site and have a day full activities. They do not have to stay home by any means. I know some places they do that. But and then each week also we bring on-site entertainment.
Yep.
So every single Monday, the Stoughton Public Library schedules things every Monday at 10 a.m. So that's awesome because that's already built into our day. And then also we have other options like we have Curious Creatures. So a man comes to camp and he brings all these sorts of lizards and alligators and what else, like reptile type things, right? And the kids absolutely love it, so they enjoy that as well.
And you have to sometimes come up and like hold the animals and
Yep,
stuff.
exactly. Pet them and hold them and
If you want to.
yes,
Sometimes he brings rabbits.
true. Yep.
Bunnies.
All different things.
Soft
Every year.
animals.
Every year it's kind of different.
Yep.
And then on top of that, we also have a themed week where we might do like fun different dress up days, Wacky Wednesday,
Pajama day.
Pajama day. Yep. We might do, on the first one, we'll do red, white, and blue. So whatever kid or team wears the most red, white, and blue, we do different activities geared towards that.
Great. What are some of the favorite kinds of theme days you guys remember from when you've done Open Playground?
Like field trip kind of days.
Let's talk
like-
about the field trips in a minute. We'll come back to that. Yeah.
So, yeah. I like ice cream day.
Ice cream day.
Ice cream day.
Okay.
Tie-dye. Like there's a tie-dye day where you can bring anything white and then they can tie-dye it for you and you can choose the colors.
I like
And
scavenger hunt.
Oh, the scavenger hunt. Tell me
Yeah.
about that.
So it's you have a paper and a pencil, and you're trying to figure out which counselor did which hint.
Oh, it's like sort
And
of
then
almost
once
like
you-
bingo, kind of. You have to
Yeah.
fill out a sheet.
Yep.
So
And then once you
Clue,
finish,
Yeah.
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 It's like a mix between those two. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
And then
Hold on.
once you finish, you have to go up to the field and then do the human knot.
Oh, okay.
what is that?
It's when you
Remember, like,
take
holding
one.
hands?
Yeah, you take one hand, grab somebody else's, and somebody else's, but your hands have to be crossed.
Yep. And then you have to untangle as a whole
Yeah.
big group without letting go.
Yeah.
Right. That's pretty fun.
And it's a competition, right, to see which team can do it the fastest.
And my team did it.
You
Oh,
won?
your team won?
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right.
And I like the Hanover Olympics and the field day
Yeah.
because the field day had barbecue.
Yeah, we do have a barbecue.
And
It's the best part.
It's the Hanover Olympics because we get to go to Hanover and we like do other camps, like we face other camps.
Yep.
So
What kinds of things, do you remember what kinds of things happen at the
I
Hanover Olympics?
thing
if it was dodgeball, we probably won.
Oh,
There
yeah.
was a sponge race thing.
A sponge race.
A
Yeah.
relay
Yeah.
where you pass it.
Yeah, where you have to like
Like a
pass
wet
the sponge
sponge?
under
Yep.
and then over.
Okay.
And then I think there was you have to, and then there was one where you throw the balloon back and forth to your partner.
Water balloon toss. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Right, because it's summer,
Is that
so a
water?
lot of the games involved water, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. So aside from our on-site field day where we break up the entire camp into multiple teams with counselors and do different themes, like we break it down by color usually, right? Color, and it's an Olympic style field day, so like a round robin tournament, and then whatever team wins at the end. So that's on site. But then also we take a field trip to a sports complex in Hanover that their recreation department holds, and it's multiple towns, and we do the same style field day with lunch and everything in Hanover. So that was cool because we got to have, instead of breaking our camp up, right, we did Stoughton versus other towns. So that was cool about that one.
And then they had like a bunch of fields, so
Yeah.
you were able to like break up
Yep.
the whole
Exactly.
I have a
Camp. I
What's your
didn't
question?
go to the Hanover Olympics. Was it like at a camp like ours, or was it at a sports complex? Because
It was kind of like a big
was a park.
open field.
It was a park.
It was a park, yeah.
Yeah.
Picture a park. That's what it was.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tons of space
What else would it
to
be?
play tons of things.
Because there were probably maybe 4 or 5 other towns, I
Yeah,
think.
there
up
were like 4 or 3 other towns there,
Yeah.
I
Right.
think.
It's kind of an exciting day, right?
Yes, it
Very
was.
cool. So let's also talk about, so we talked a little bit about what happens maybe on a typical day and what, all the different kinds of things that happen during a typical week. What?
Field trips.
And we're going to talk about field trips in a minute. Let's come back to field trips in a second. Let's talk a little bit about the Nights of Summer program and some of the additional, and transportation and some of the added logistics, and then we'll come back and talk about field trips.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
So aside from having the option to stay at camp longer until 4 p.m. every day, we also have Nights of Summer, which that corresponds perfectly with what is the program called at the middle school? Nights of Summer?
Nights of
Oh,
Summer program.
Okay.
So
Yeah, perfect. So ours
Yes.
is just an extended branch off of that, and it runs in the afternoons, Monday through Thursday, and then a full day Friday. So what happens is any student that is enrolled in the Nights of Summer program through the town could have the option to get bused from that program at the O'Donnell Middle School
Yep.
over to our camp for the afternoons, Monday through Thursday, which I think goes from like 1 to 4-ish, and then a full day Friday. So
Right.
they can participate in any activities that we hold in the afternoons and Fridays. And we cater to that perfectly. We plan a lot on Fridays, so therefore those kids that didn't get to do the other stuff because they were at the other camp have that full day
Yep.
of that. So like our talent shows, a lot of our theme days, like for example, the days we go to Ames Pond and the Hanover Olympics and stuff, they can all participate in because those fall on Fridays for that reason.
Excellent. And then there was other transportation in the mornings to get to open playground, right? Am I misremembering that? No. Okay. Nope. Just kidding.
We
I'm
had it
not
in the
remembering
past.
that. Okay.
We actually had, no, you are on something because we have had it in the past. It just wasn't as popular as we needed it to be.
Yeah.
So maybe something in the future, just not this year.
Okay, excellent. So what about what happens when it rains? Because I know that you guys now, open playground happens when it rains.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
You get to watch movies,
which you love. Yeah.
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 and then you get to go in the gym and like play basketball or something.
Yeah.
And then sometimes they have crafts.
and board games.
And board games. Okay. So you guys take good advantage of the indoor space if needed.
And sometimes we go indoors if it's like too hot or like too sunny or something.
Yeah, if it's just we need a
Yeah.
break from the sun. Yeah. So we actually prepare for that really well in like ordering in advance and planning ahead before the summer even starts. Because we are on a site where we have the indoor option, we take full advantage of it. So we have the entire cafeteria where we will oftentimes host like a talent show or lip sync or something to take up this time inside. We do give movies as an option. We don't do that too much, but sometimes if it's a long rain day and it rains in the morning, and we
Right.
might do that. We do fill the day with like tons of crafts and like just different things that
I think there's like 3 crafts a day.
Yeah, a lot. There is 3 crafts, maybe even more on rain days. Puzzles, board games, and then we have the gym like scheduled from the morning all the way through the afternoon because we need to just exert that energy and let it out. So it's basketball tournaments, dodgeball tournaments, even hula hoops, jump ropes, everything like that. So it kind of caters to everyone across the board. We try to keep it as fun and as like functional as possible.
And it's great for parents because I think the fact that you guys have that indoor facility means that things don't have to be canceled on a rainy day, and a parent then has to try to figure out, what am I going to do now? That was our plan. Excellent. So let's ask the kids, what are some other of your favorite things about Open Playground that we maybe haven't talked about yet, and then we'll talk about field trips. So open things their favorite things at Open Playground, not including field trips, and then we'll talk about
favorite
field
things
trips
at
that happen at the South School.
Hockey.
Yep.
I'm glad that they have a basketball court and then also a space for hockey. So it's not like I'm always playing baseball, basketball, football, and soccer. I'm also playing hockey.
So you get lots of good sports
Love
options.
hockey.
Yep.
Got it.
Yep. Street hockey, not ice
Yeah,
hockey.
street hockey. So and what PJ is mentioning too is hockey's a set aside. So if we don't have to shut down basketball or shut down baseball, right? You can still go up there and play wiffle ball and then come down and play hockey and then play basketball all at the same time.
Right. Yep.
I like the crafts and the playground.
You had a favorite craft that you made over the years?
Well, one time we made like these little whales out of like little cups.
Oh, that sounds fun. Okay.
Probably like a sea creature week
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hand bracelets. Everyone just loves making bracelets. Huh?
Yeah.
That's
Yep,
always
friendship
a fan
bracelets
favorite. Yep.
and
like,
keychains and all that stuff.
String that.
Yep, that waxy string.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gimp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Guys are getting me ready for summer.
Yeah.
My favorite craft was when my friend came, we got like the paddle with the ball that was attached to it, and we were like hitting it.
Yep.
You
You made your own, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of the field trips too. So what are some of the field trips that we have lined up for this year?
Water with and the lobster tails, which is you take like a boat ride
In Plymouth Harbor.
in Plymouth.
Yeah.
And then and then you have to like get treasure from a pirate or something.
So it's like a pirate ship.
yeah, and then you're
pirate
able
ship,
to like
yep.
shoot
there's-
water at the pirate.
There's a
and
pirate
stuff.
on a ship,
Yeah.
And
and then like
usually-
he fake falls over.
Yeah.
So your ship attacks another pirate ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the pirate like falls into the water.
Cool. And are there lobsters in this boat? Do you guys no?
Yeah. You get to like touch a lobster at
You
the
get to
end.
touch a
Oh
lobster?
yeah,
Yeah.
we do a crab race.
With the lobsters?
No, there's no lobster. There's like crabs. They usually catch.
No. No lobsters.
No,
Okay.
they usually just catch crabs, and then we do like a crab race.
So it's called lobster tails.
Right,
and
so I
that's-
just assumed
that's
there was
the
a lobster,
confusion
but
here.
yes.
Yeah.
But there is live crabs, lobsters, probably whatever they can find.
And
that day.
pirate
And-
pirate activities. Yeah.
And usually after, sometimes we get to have lunch in the park, or we get to get ice cream after.
Yep. So yeah, we do that after the kids get off the boat. We'll
Awesome.
have soft serve for everyone, or they all bring their lunches and have a picnic there.
And have a picnic. Excellent.
Yeah.
So that's a nice full day.
Yeah. So
Yep.
this year we're also going to Urban Air Adventures, which is like an indoor park. Did either one of you go?
Trampoline, yeah.
Yeah. So it's trampolines. What
both have
else?
been there.
Zip
Yeah.
line.
Rock wall, football. I meant no, dodgeball.
Dodgeball,
Yep.
rock wall. Yeah, so it's really cool. It's geared for all age groups. It's perfect.
And then you can stand on like a balance beam, and then
balance
you can
beam.
fight
Like
with
the jousting.
Oh,
The
yeah,
jousting.
yeah.
Yep.
And then we do go to Water Whiz, which again, all the kids obviously love that. PJ's favorite, Dave and Buster's.
Water
love
Whiz
that
is my
one.
favorite.
And urban air.
Urban
You
air.
love both?
Yeah.
Urban
I
air
love urban
and altitude. Because
Yes,
they
and
both
we
have
do go to
dodgeball.
altitude.
Yeah.
We do go there.
Laser Quest, right?
Laser Quest, Lobster Tails. We also have a lot of things coming to camp. So like, does anybody want to tell them about the flying dogs?
I
The flying dogs.
Forget that one. So we have a ton of entertainment coming to camp. One of the ones on the top of my head, because it's our favorite, we have an animal trainer that comes with his Frisbee dogs and throws Frisbees, and the dogs are jumping all over the place, and the kids love it. So even, like I mentioned before, maybe your child isn't a fan of going on field trips, or the ones that we have 1 week is better than the other in their mind. There's still tons to do there.
Yep, awesome. So people have, I think that's a really important thing to highlight, is so people have the option of sending their kids on the trips or not, and even week by week. So if you looked at the calendar and you thought, well, my family's going on vacation, 1 week in the summer, you can sign up, you can pick the weeks that you want to sign up for.
Yes, absolutely. So it goes on a 1 week basis. So you don't have to be locked into double sessions or anything like that the entire summer. One thing I do want to mention though, is if you sign up for all 7 weeks by March 19th, you get 15% off. So our registration opens March 5th, so like a week and a half.
Yep, pretty soon.
And then if you sign up by the 19th for all 7 weeks, you do get that discount. We also have more discounts if you sign up your entire family, depending on how many siblings and whatnot, but you can check those out on the website.
Excellent. And we'll put that up at the end.
Yeah.
Are there any other things about the field trips that you guys want to talk about?
At Urban Air, we kept playing dodgeball.
Yeah.
All the kids that went on the field trip, we all played dodgeball against Taunton, and we kept on winning.
Oh, so you found
We did
another
not-
group,
we
another
lost
camp
twice,
there? Yeah.
just twice.
Oh, so
Yeah, that happens a lot of the times. There'll be other camps on
Yeah.
field trips, and a lot of the places are awesome. They cater to that.
Yep.
So we always end up beating everybody in dodgeball,
I
huh?
guess we're just really good at dodgeball in Stoughton.
Yeah, we are.
I guess. So we were going to talk about, there were a couple new things on the calendar that Felicia was going to share with the kids and see what you guys thought.
Yeah,
Right.
so we have counselor for a day.
Yes!
I guess I don't even have to explain that one. So what do you think about that?
I want to do that.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
So what does that mean?
You
That's a good question.
Counselors
Yes.
for the counselors.
Yes, so you would get to be the counselor for the day. So you would wear a staff shirt, and you would do everything I do all day long, and I would have to do what you do all day long. We'd switch.
Oh.
Oh, the counselors would have to listen to the counselor for the day?
So I would have to tell you, don't
What are you gonna
eat
tell
your
me?
sandwich.
Yeah, what else? What else do you have to tell me all day long?
Don't forget to put your sunblock on, right?
Don't wear your sunglasses.
Don't stand on the slide.
Don't swing.
Don't swing.
Oh my goodness, I mean, I'd have to push you on the swing?
Yeah.
Or you'd have to, you'd have
No,
to push
you'd
me
have
on
to
the swing.
push Felicia on the swing.
I would get a free
She
pass
would
for the
be-
whole day.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
she'd be the kid for the day. Yeah.
So I would get to play basketball and you'd have to be the referee.
Man.
That's
Maybe it
what
doesn't
would happen.
sound so
no,
good.
I
Yeah, right?
I know. I know what to tell the counselors.
Stop
What?
talking, Felicia.
That's what you would tell me?
Oh, sassy.
Whoa.
All right,
Okay,
let's share
Alexandra.
another thing.
So one huge thing that I want to add is we have a great program that we're starting this year. It's called Stoughton Outer Limits. So it's the option for teens to come to Open Playground, and they would be on field trips all week long, Monday through Thursday. And then after they return back from the field trip, some of them are actually awesome. So they're like Uptime Esports, which
is
is a
that?
whole like coding and video game place.
This is for older kids.
Yeah, we have
Older than
Canopy
you guys,
Lake,
yeah.
we have Boston Paintball, George's Island. We have some really good ones, Codzilla, all things again that you can see on our calendar. But after they return back from those field trips in the afternoon, they are going to do tons of team building activities that would almost take the place of them like having a CIT training.
Okay.
So those team building activities that they're working with their groups of teens all day long are focused on team bonding, just really building connections and learning how to manage other people. So that way on Fridays, there's no field trips.
Yep.
And that day they're almost like a counselor in training all day long at Open Playground, where they're going to be leading activities in different building, team building events, sports tournaments, everything that we would typically do, but they're going to be leading those on Fridays
Awesome.
for you guys.
Awesome. And when you're older, that's something you could look forward to doing.
Exactly.
Right. Right.
The
You guys
video
are
game
still.
and coding one sounds so.
I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Canopy Lake.
Canopy Lake. I know.
Who
when you're
doesn't?
bigger.
Yeah.
When
Where's
you're
George's
bigger.
Island?
So let's because we're getting towards the end, let's think about, do we have any other tips for kids or parents, things people need to know before we sort of do the final logistics of how people can get registered for Open Playground? Are there other things you guys want to tell kids at home about why Open Playground is awesome and they should sign up?
If they've never been.
If they've never been and they don't know anything about it, what's one thing you want them to know?
You can do anything you want whenever you want.
Yeah.
And you get to go on a lot of field trips that are super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys you made a lot of friends, maybe people that you didn't know before or people that you don't go to school with, which is pretty awesome, right?
And the counselors are really friendly.
The counselors are really friendly.
I have a ton of friends there now.
Awesome. Yep, from going
too.
all these years, yeah. Right?
It's true.
Yeah.
I would say that it's a great outlet for parents if you wanted to find something creative for your child to do every day that's not electronic based. You don't have to worry about forcing them to go into a pool or water or anything like that. And it just kind of gets them to connect with their school friends because most of the kids that attend our camp attend one of the elementary schools in Stoughton. And it gives them a way to just learn new things that are more outdoors based and more just creativity. Yeah.
Awesome. Excellent. And it's really one of the best deals in town. Or
Financially wise,
yes,
absolutely.
or in
yeah.
Massachusetts maybe even.
Yeah, definitely
Pretty amazing.
in our town or the surrounding towns.
Yes. So let's, maybe we can put up the contact information for the website so we can know how people can get registered if people are interested. So the registration goes live on March 5th. And all of that information is on the Stoughton Recreation website, including the calendar. So if you want to look at kind of what specific things are happening during particular weeks for Open Playground, you can check the calendar out as well. All of the information that parents need to know about, other questions they might have about Open Playground probably are answered on that website. But certainly there's contact information as well if you need to contact the Recreation Department and you want to ask somebody live some of those questions. Right?
Absolutely.
All right. So I think we are at time. So I want to thank you guys for coming on the show. You did an awesome job today. Thank you for being on TV.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. And, hopefully you guys some people who are watching will become some new friends this summer. Right? All right. Thank you.